Hey everyone, Dr. Zeo here again, and today we're here to talk about Power Rangers Cosmic Fury and everything we learned from social media posts, rumors, and different posts around the web in the month of June 2023. Now, we're going to start off with the obvious elephant in the room. So, throughout the month of June, we had various members of the production and voice casting side or voice acting side basically saying their goodbyes to Power Rangers. We had writer slash producer Becca Barnes, we had writer Steve McLeary, we had executive producers Simon Bennett, we had voice actor Campbell Cooley, all of them saying their goodbyes to the production, all of them seemingly moving on from Power Rangers. So of course this set the Ranger Nation into a frenzy because we're all trying to figure out, what does this mean beyond Cosmic Fury? Does that mean it's going to be the last season of Power Rangers, period, until the Jonathan Entwistle stuff, or what's going to happen? Well, we don't have concrete information about whether this is going to be the last season between now and Jonathan Entwistle's reboot. What we do know now is that this is indeed the end of Power Rangers' run in New Zealand, or at least its filming run. So later on in the month, we had confirmation from New Zealand news outlet that Power Rangers is indeed leaving New Zealand after filming there for 20 years. Since Power Rangers Ninja Storm in 2003, and now they filmed the final season, Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, there last year. So, yeah, that is a bummer, an absolute bummer. Simon Bennett would later on confirm here on social media around the end of June that the sets were destroyed and various props, anything Ranger specific, was moved here to the US, while anything that's not exactly important was sold off. So things like Solon, Mucus, Slither, those kind of monsters, Lord Zedd, Alpha, Robo Rita, those are all moved over here to the US, as well as the Ranger suits themselves. Simon Bennett did keep what he could. We can see here they did keep at least three helmets. He says three helmets. I assume that those are the three that we saw in an Instagram post here that we'll talk about later on in the episode. But two of those three were Beast Morpher's red helmet and Dino Charge Gold's helmet. The other one we'll talk about here soon enough. But it is a somber moment for Power Rangers. New Zealand's given us, it's been our home for a long time. We've gotten familiar to so many of the New Zealand landscapes throughout these 20 years, and we've seen so many great scenes filmed in New Zealand, and even Dino Fury was able to pull out some new and unique locales when they were shooting there for the scenes on RavCon. And Simon Bennett did later on state in the month that being able to film a completely original season with original suits that's not beholden to the Sentai footage meant that they could film in spots here in New Zealand for Cosmic Fury that they haven't filmed at before. So we are going to be seeing new locations that'll be, I guess, represented as alien planets, and that's exciting. Additionally, he did also confirm that Cosmic Fury will feature more practical explosions. That tweet came earlier on in the month, and later on in the month he reconfirmed this, saying that there'll be much more practical explosions. So very excited about that. He also confirmed that there will be quarry fights and quarry nests in Cosmic Fury, although we already saw them filming some quarry stuff back, I think it was in November. We saw some behind the scenes photos of them at a quarry. It's nice to get confirmation that they will actually be filming things for this season at a quarry and not just something for the opening theme. So yeah, or at least more quarry action there, because there really wasn't that much for Dino Fury. I think we just had the opening theme and then the episode on Nibiru. But yeah, it's a very somber moment. I'm going to miss New Zealand. I'm very excited to see where things go from here. Again, we don't know what the future holds beyond the Entwistle stuff. We don't know if this means that this is going to be the last of the current incarnation of Power Rangers. But if it is, I hope it does go out with a bang with Cosmic Fury. At this point, we can only assume that next year will be a gap year for Power Rangers as they scout out new filming locations for a possible season 31, or just go on a hiatus until Jonathan Entwistle's stuff is ready to film and ready to launch exclusively on Netflix. But we'll see what the future holds. Just don't expect there to be a season 31 for next year. fully expect next year to be a gap year for Power Rangers. But beyond Power Rangers finishing filming in New Zealand, we also did get one more piece of information from that article. We got confirmation that I think it's Teuila Blakely, basically General Shaw's actor from Beast Morphers, will be returning for Cosmic Fury in some capacity. They didn't say specifically how she'll be returning. I assume maybe Hasbro didn't want us to know this. I don't know, but we did get confirmation that she will be returning for Cosmic Fury. So it'll be interesting to see how General Shaw will be contributing to the Cosmic Fury gumbo that we're going to be getting here later on this year, or this fall specifically. She was in Beast Morphers, or obviously she was in Beast Morphers, but she was in Dino Fury for an episode where she talked to the Rangers, let them know that there was a prison break there, and that, Lokar's cousin was on the way, and then let them also know at the end of that episode that Skrull had been broken out by Lord Zedd. So maybe she has more intel about Skrull and Lord Zedd. Who knows? I'm excited to have General Shaw back. I do like General Shaw as a character, but her actress has expressed some transphobic rhetoric lately. I'm not happy about that. I would rather not have General Shaw in this season because of that. But what are you going to do, I guess? Again, if y'all don't really already know, this channel is 100% queer friendly, okay? We support every aspect of that rainbow and every letter of that acronym here, okay? We are not discriminating on this channel. This channel is for everyone. This channel is a safe space, and that will never, ever, ever change. But ever see anyone threatening queer people, threatening marginalized people, threatening anyone, you will be blocked. Your comment will be deleted. All right, that will be taken care of very swiftly, okay? This channel is a safe space for Power Rangers discussion and other tokusatsu discussions, and I will not, I repeat, I will not alienate well-minded people or well-meaning people. But beyond that, we also got Hunter Deno also posted a behind-the-scenes photo, surprisingly enough. Remember, she got her phone stolen at Coachella, so we thought, she wouldn't have any behind-the-scenes photos to post because she didn't have an opportunity to back up all of her Cosmic Fury behind-the-scenes photos, but turns out there is one that survived thanks to her mother. So when she first got on set and she was wearing her Red Ranger robe, because she is the Cosmic Fury Red Ranger now, normally she would be wearing like a pink-lined robe to go with her color, but now she's wearing a red robe because she's the Red Ranger now. But she sent that photo over to her mother, so that photo did survive, and she posted that on social media. So that was a nice little surprise for June, and I'm very happy about that. But beyond that, we also got news that ADR for Cosmic Fury is completed. We got news throughout the month that various actors, Campbell Cooley, Jordan Veidt, Hunter Deno, various actors around involved with the production have finished up their ADR sessions in the month of June. And then Simon Bennett will later on confirm that yes, ADR for Cosmic Fury is finished, and now he is done with 7 episodes. So there are just 3 left that he needs to finish up before he turns it into Hasbro at the end of this month. And then from there, turns it into Hasbro/Netflix, and then from there it's up to Netflix to do the dubbing, subbing, and then we are going to be hotly anticipating our release. But yeah, beyond that, we also had information about Fern coming by way of Hurricane Gold. So essentially, the Cosmic Fury Morpher is available in Germany, and Hurricane Gold just so happens to live in Germany. So when this news broke, he took it upon himself to go get the Morpher, test it out, and see what kind of sounds he could kind of get out of the Cosmic Fury Morpher. So, surprisingly enough, the actors actually recorded lines for the Morpher, including their own kiais. That's the ha, ha, aja! Basically the grunts you hear from actors when they're doing, or actors or martial artists when they're doing their thing on set or in the dojo, things like that. But basically, we had each of the Rangers doing their own color, in addition to an Orange Ranger with the voice of Fern. This one.
That's Orange. Who is Orange?
So yeah, this is about as good as confirmation as we're gonna get until we finally see Fern either in footage once Cosmic Fury debuts or some sort of pre-release marketing run before Cosmic Fury debuts. But yes, Fern is the Orange Ranger in Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. That is 100% confirmed at this point, and I'm happy. I'm happy that we get our lesbians in space, and I cannot wait to see Izzy and Fern fighting alongside each other. Hopefully, because I'm corny, I hope we get like a dual morph between the two of them. You know, I love those morphs where two people morph at the same time because there's some sort of relation between them, whether they're best friends, whether they've had the episode together, whether they're in a relationship. It's always a cute and corny moment between the two of them, and I love that. But hopefully get a dual morph between Izzy and Fern. Plenty of Izzy and Fern content for the season, as well as a fight with the two of them. I also hope that we get some pushback from Izzy with Fern joining the team, because that's gonna be her first duty as a ranger. You know, Fern's first duty as a ranger, and fighting Lord Zedd's crew as your first foray into Rangerdom is quite the tall drink to swallow. That's a lot. That is a huge responsibility, and I hope that Izzy gives some pushback there because she cares about the safety of her own girlfriend. But we'll see how that storyline pans out here when Cosmic Fury debuts later on this fall, exclusively on Netflix. Simon also talked about the suits and what exactly that the fake chest and the fake muscles are. I'm just going to read verbatim from the tweet. So he goes on to say the suits were designed by Sarah Voon in close consultation with the Hasbro brand and toy teams. The chests are intended to be cuirasses or body armor rather than fake muscles. I think they look good in action within the context of the show. So again, hopefully we get the footage soon enough so we can see what all this looks like in the show. Because again, up to this point, we don't really have footage of the suits operating with the proper lighting and all that. We just have behind the scenes snippets, and yeah, the reaction to the behind the scenes snippets we've gotten so far has not been all that good. As I've said before, I don't like the cuirasses, as they're officially termed. I also don't like the dead space in the chest area of the suit. I think there should be something there to kind of break up that dead space. There's too much color there. But yeah, so continuing on with tidbits from Simon, on Twitter, he did state that Cosmic Fury was originally going to be a 20-episode season. So specifically on Twitter, he went on to elaborate that it had nothing to do, the shortening from 20 episodes to 10 episodes had nothing to do with Once and Always. We were developing a 20-episode season through 2021. At the end of that year, it looked as if the show wasn't going to go ahead at all. Early 2022, we got greenlit for 10 Cosmic Fury episodes, plus Once and Always. So it's interesting to see that Cosmic Fury was kind of in a similar situation to Dino Fury, where the episode count fluctuated until, I guess the 11th hour, so to speak, before production and filming began, where, as you might remember, Dino Fury was originally slated to be just one season of, I think, 20 to 22 episodes, and then it bumped up to 44 episodes. So yeah, this kind of went through the reverse, where we went from 20 episodes to just 10 episodes. But again, as Simon's already stated in the past, this means that this season is going to be like as lean as possible, no filler, just story. And I'm excited. I am very excited, although I'm apprehensive about it just being story. I just hope it doesn't feel too fast-paced, like story beat after story beat after story beat. With everything we've learned that's going to happen in Cosmic Fury, I do hope that the Rangers do get some time for just brevity, time to just rest and really process everything that they've gone through. Yeah, I just hope that there are moments like that, especially if we've got Fern coming along. I would like to hear her opinions on what's been going on and everything, being brought into the Ranger Circle, how she feels after her first fight, how Izzy feels about it, how Amelia feels about Ollie being evil, all that kind of stuff. But again, this is all just, my speculation. We'll see how it all pans out again when Cosmic Fury debuts later on this year. Also, When talking about the Dino Fury zords, Simon Bennett did state that those zords were destroyed and that the Rangers will need to seek out a new fleet of zords. And the reason I mention this is because, at least for me, it wasn't exactly clear if the Dino Fury zords were destroyed at the end of Dino Fury, whether or not their energy was just used for that final attack, or if they were outright destroyed in that final attack. The Green Morpher Master just mentioned that the Dino Master Saber uses the power, the combined power of all the Zords. And Zeto's goodbye was a little bit ambiguous. I figured he was just saying goodbye to the Zords because this was his last hurrah. He was going to be dead after this final strike. I didn't think he was saying goodbye in the sense that he's saying goodbye to the Zords because this is his last, because he's going to be dead after this, as well as the Zords will be gone after this. So it's nice to get clarification that the Zords are indeed gone and that the Rangers need to find a new fleet of Zords. It does make you wonder if there's more meaning to Simon Bennett's tweet there. The Rangers need to go find a new fleet of Zords. Do the Cosmic Fury Zords already exist at this point? Or will Billy or Mick help them make the Cosmic Fury Zords? Speaking of Mick, though, Mick, we have further confirmation that Mick will be in this season because Stunt Doubles posted photos of themselves. Some are on social media, and I don't have the exact source, but I do have the photos. I'll post them here. But they did post photos of themselves on social media, and it showed Mick's stunt double there. It also showed Amelia, Izzy, and Ion's stunt doubles. And Amelia and Izzy are both wearing new outfits. And that's great. I'm glad to see new outfits for them. Ion's wearing the same old, same old. Amelia specifically is wearing like a pink blazer with a red shirt. So it's nice to see that she's representing her pink Dino Fury side while also taking on the leadership role with the red shirt. You go, girl. But yeah, Simon Bennett also did state that the Rangers will mainly be in space, but they'll return home for a couple of episodes. I presume it's going to be to say their goodbyes here in the beginning, and then maybe to tie up some things here at the end. Who knows? But beyond that, we have two more items from Simon. One, so earlier in the month, there was a leak of the Cosmic Fury Zenith Ranger gear roleplay set. So basically Zeto's helmet and then a weapon that looks like a modified version of the Dino Dagger from Dino Fury. Now, people assume that that's going to be Zeto's weapon because we know we have 100% confirmation that Zeto does indeed have a weapon, but we just have not seen it yet. Now, Simon Bennett did confirm that what we saw in that gear roleplay set is indeed not Zeto's weapon and will not be making an appearance in the show. So the mystery of what Zeto's weapon is exactly and why they're being so secretive about it remains. I'm excited to see it though. They're certainly being very secretive of it. And if I have to guess, I think Zeto will have some sort of sword or maybe a sword and shield combo to maintain that Knights of Ravkhan iconography. He's going to need to represent the Knights of Ravkhan because that's his deal. That's his thing. And Ion is obviously not going to have a sword because we've already seen his weapon. And it's not a sword. It's a blaster. He had a blaster before. He's just having an upgraded blaster at this point. But beyond that, the last bit of news we have for the month also came from Simon Bennett posting a behind the scenes, well, not necessarily a behind the scenes photo, but rather a photo of him clearing out his office. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, there were 3 helmets in said photo. We had Beast Morpher's red, Dino Charge gold, and then in the middle is a mysterious helmet that looks like it takes some design cues from Lord Zedd. Now, Simon Bennett did state that this is not, well, in a roundabout way, he stated that it's not Lord Zedd's helmet, basically going on to say that, do you think that I would, if Lord Zedd were to get an upgraded form, do you think I would just make it in a random social media post? Yeah, so, I mean, that's basically as about direct as a way of saying that that's not Lord Zedd's helmet. That's not an upgraded form of Lord Zedd. But who the helmet exactly belongs to is anyone's guess at this point. I have 2 guesses. Either 1, that helmet belongs to maybe his minions. Maybe, as I mentioned before, maybe he uses the power of the Morphin Grid. Maybe he captures the Morphin Masters and makes his own minions and they don that helmet. Or maybe when Ollie becomes evil, he gets himself a whole new outfit and he's not using the Cosmic Fury blue powers, but rather something else that involves that helmet. Maybe he's Lord Zedd's best general, or Lord Zedd's knight, so to speak, his right-hand man, and he uses that helmet to represent his new master. But again, we don't know for sure what it is. We don't know. There's no concrete information yet. So all speculation at this point in time. All speculation, my friends. But yeah, that's everything we learned about Power Rangers Cosmic Fury for the month of June 2023. There was a lot. There was certainly a lot of goods, and definitely one bad thing. But yeah, I'm excited to see what the franchise has to hold for us, whether it's in 2024 or beyond. I'm still very optimistic about Power Rangers as a whole, and I know that whatever the future holds for us, in media specifically, I'll be there. I'll be there to talk about it. I'll be there to review it. And of course, you expect that news from me. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, thank you for watching. Again, I'm Dr. Zeo. I appreciate the views. I appreciate you listening, whether you're on YouTube or your favorite podcatchers, wherever you're listening to my sweet baritones. I appreciate it. And I will talk to all of you later. Before I go, though, as always, please like the video, rate it wherever you are, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it does help with the algorithm on YouTube and the algorithm on various other podcatchers, whether you're on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Well, I'm not on YouTube Podcast. I don't like their platform. I don't like the YouTube Podcast platform in general. The UI is just not that good. But whatever platform you're listening to this on, just make sure to just like, subscribe, comment, rate, all that kind of stuff, because it does help me get more visibility, and that helps me to get to more people and opens up new opportunities for myself. But otherwise, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I will see you all in the next one. Stay safe out there. Ciao.